Alright guys, what's up? It's Jack and welcome back to another video, and yes, I will be discussing Black Ops Cold War in this video. And first and foremost, I would like to talk to my fellow Xbox, because I own both consoles, my fellow Xbox and PC players. I would like to say, you know, even though I'm not responsible or anything like that, I want to say I'm sorry that we have to be subject to Activision's bullshit, obviously, for siding with Sony. And the thing is, everybody could basically use the experience of this game so that way they can experience it for themselves and determine on whether or not they like it and address their issues with the game as well in hopes of making it better. And I'm here to tell you in this video that there is a chance that a few things will improve, but there's a definite chance that there are things that will not improve, and depending on your specific flavor and tastes of Call of Duty and experience as well, and how you specifically play and what kind of player you are, will determine on whether or not this game is for you. Now, obviously, I can't speak for everybody. We're all different people. No matter how much we're alike, there's always going to be some things that we're always going to agree and disagree on at the same time. So I'm sure this happens even with twins as well. So let's get right into it. So, is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War a good Call of Duty? And the answer to that really depends on what kind of player you are. If you are a person that enjoyed Modern Warfare, yes. If you are a person that is a casual player, yes. If you are a 10-year Call of Duty veteran, you may or may not like it. Now again, there are people out there that like a variety of tastes, regardless. You know, like for instance, there are people out there that like Call of Duty as well as Rainbow Six Siege. I'm sure some of you are watching this video right now. There are people that like a variety of different games, regardless of what kind of game it is, whether it's more passive, whether it's more aggressive, whether it's more tactical, whether it's more aggressive, whatever the deal is, okay? Everybody has some common ground and yet some difference in terms of why they enjoy Call of Duty and the way they like to play Call of Duty. Some people like to only play one way, and some people like to play a variety of ways. And whichever type of combination of those things you are will ultimately determine on whether or not this game is for you. And I'm gonna tell you guys right off the bat right now, and I've always kept it real, and I will continue to keep it real. For me personally, this game, I really do not like the direction that this game is going in. And the thing is, I could tell you guys, if the design decisions were, let's just say, different and a little bit more classic Call of Duty, so to speak, because Call of Duty, believe it or not, has evolved, especially over the last installment, as well as this one. And in this installment, believe it or not, has a lot of what the last installment had. And yes, I am talking about Modern Warfare. And there are a few things that are in this installment in Black Ops Cold War that Treyarch is, or has been famously or infamously known for. For instance, let's just say, now, first of all, I know that a lot of you guys might say, well, this is an alpha, Jack. It's not a beta. Well, we are 7 weeks away from release, guys. From release of the actual game. This is a beta. This is a beta. It's just called an alpha, but trust me, it's a beta. And this is going to be a beta part 2 on September 8th. And for me personally, it will be the final straw on whether or not I decide to get the game. And as of right now, as the game stands, it is a no. It is a no because the game is not, because from a design standpoint, there are a lot of things that I personally don't like that are in this game. So for me personally, I don't like to spend too much time running around and not running into action. I don't like the fact that I can put bullets into a guy and I'd be dead before I know it. I don't like the fact that somebody can see me, but I can't see them, even though, you know, we see each other on, in terms of their point of view in the kill cam. We both should be seeing each other, but he sees me, but I don't see him, and everything else that goes with it, like the skill-based matchmaking that everybody and their mother is complaining about all over on Twitter, everybody from the pros to the best pub stompers, you name it. The only people that are not really experiencing skill-based matchmaking are the people that are not as good at the game, and even people that think they're good are not as good as they think they are. So the thing is, like, for instance, if you have, let's say, if you average a 2, anywhere from a 2 to a 3 in every Call of Duty, and you're able to run around and consistently maintain a 2 to 3 KD ratio, with the score per minute being pretty good, anywhere from a 400 or 450 to, like, let's say a 600 or above, then and with your accuracy being pretty good as well, I would probably say that you're a good player. You're definitely a good player. You're definitely way above the average. So if you are those kind of people, this game may or may not be for you. And it all depends on how you play and how you prefer to play. Some people prefer to play average. I mean, I've already gone over that. But the thing is, let's address a little bit more about what I do not like about this game. The footsteps are very, very loud. They put I'm sorry, not Dead Silence. They put Ninja as a perk, but the perk does not work. People can still hear you from God knows how far away. Okay? They put the mini-map back in there. That's great. That's fine. But at the same time, the map design from Modern Warfare remains in this game. The maps are big. There are lanes within lanes. There are safe spaces. The only thing is that there are slightly less buildings, as of right now, at least from what we've seen so far. And there are no doors. That's it. But everything else is still there. So the maps are really big, like Miami's really big. This map here, Moscow's really big. Satellite plays the best, in my opinion. It flows the best, it plays the best, but I even have my gripes with that map. And that is that you could be all the way out there in the middle of the desert, which a lot of people love to do, by the way. At least three to four people out of the 6 in a 6v6 like to hang out there in the desert with any flavor of gun, specifically snipers. They like doing it with snipers a lot, and just pick people off. And of course, sniping, and that leads me to snipers. Sniping is the most broken it's ever been in this game, and they did that on purpose, I guess, because they wanted to get additional data. So between the map design, the footsteps, the snipers, the camera angles, which are way off, as I mentioned earlier, all those things right there, as well as the things that we have yet to see, apparently you can get like those flashlights in for every single gun class, not just the strobe light from Black Ops 4 anymore, not just for shotguns. So how is that going to play out? Is everybody's aim assist going to go all over the place? Did they put that in the game to kind of hide the skill-based matchmaking pattern for being so apparent because of an attachment that they put in the game to try to cover that up? Guys, remember, this is Activision. Now, I know that that's a crazy theory, but hey, it could very well be true. You never know. I mean, there's been so many different things, and so many things been implemented into the game. The skill-based matchmaking pattern, which was real, which was proven and tested to be real in Modern Warfare, as well as a few of the other design decisions that they made with that game that have been transported and slapped onto this game. So, along with some of the other things that Treyarch has. And by the way, for those of you guys that are worried about the score streak system, the score streak system, believe it or not, is just a slight variation of a kill streak system. That's all they're doing. For instance, this is 2 strikes right here. I'll tell you. We wanted Dead Silence as a perk, right? Well, we got it in the form of Ninja, but it's not working, or it's working to a point to where it's hardly noticeable. The score streak system takes that same type of methodology, in my eyes, now that I've gotten my hands on this game, because objective-based gameplay doesn't reward you nearly as much, especially as expensive as some of those higher tier streaks are. It doesn't reward you as much. What rewards you the most is going on gun streaks without dying. So you need to stay alive, and you need to keep your gun streak going, because that is where you get the biggest bonuses by far. Now, granted, this could change, but when you look at it, what is this? It's basically like a cheap way of rewarding objective-based players. Like, okay, we'll give you a little something since you want to be rewarded for the objective-based gameplay, but hey, kill streaks. Kills are where it's at. You know, this is the kind of design decisions that they're making now. And in due time, if nothing changes, out of all the things that we end up requesting of this game, if nothing changes the way it didn't change in Modern Warfare, guess what? I will make a video apologizing to Joe Secott, or Secott, if that I don't know how to pronounce his name. So I've heard both, so that's how I'm going to pronounce it. If nothing changes with this game, then that just goes to show you that it's all Activision. That it's all Activision, including the design decisions of this game beyond skill-based matchmaking. We're talking about maps and all that kind of stuff. What's to stop them from doing that? And why would they stop? Modern Warfare made the most amount of money ever. Guys, no pro, no content creator has the power to change this. I'm going to say it again. No professional Call of Duty player, no content creator has the power to change this. Do you know who has the power to change it? Actually, if there is anybody, it's the noobs. In other words, if all of a sudden, or let's just say everybody, like the entirety of the Call of Duty community, it would take the entirety of the Call of Duty community coming together to make it happen. And you know the only way to make it happen is very simple. Do not buy their game. If you want something to change, do not buy their game, or more of you do not buy their game, and they're going to make less money than they did the year before because, quite frankly, we don't like the direction that they're heading in. But are most people going to do that? No. Most people are still going to get the game. Like for me, I made the biggest mistake last year of basically purchasing Modern Warfare, and I've hardly played it. Even though I knew from beta that it was going to be shitty and I didn't like what they did. But I was hoping and praying that they'd change a few things, and those changes never really came to be. So if nothing changes with this game, that just goes to show you that it's Activision and it's not Treyarch, or that it was an Infinity Ward. So, and speaking of Infinity Ward, just from so far, I could actually tell you that there's a few things, obviously, that Modern Warfare, dare I say it, did a little bit better than this game. I mean, at least when you activated Dead Silence, at least it was silent, and at least you had some sort of shot of flanking guys and doing that without them noticing you were there. So, So yeah, guys, when you put everything together, there is, again, this game does have potential, but that potential has been minimized greatly. Even if, see, here's the thing, even if Ninja became 100% silent, you still got the map problem. And will they change the score streak system? If they do, then hey, that's great. And when we get our other maps that are rumored that are going to be coming for DLC, like for instance some of the previous ones that we had, like Summit, for instance, right? Well, what's to stop them from making that map bigger and to adding things to it? Is that Summit anymore? No. And to me, personally, because of the design decisions that they're making, to me, it's not the flavor of Call of Duty that I like. And as time goes on, they're taking more aspects from different games and putting them onto this game. Like, for instance, the maps being this big, I mean, they kind of remind you of Battlefield, especially the 12v12 maps with the guns. I'm sorry, not the guns. The vehicles, and how it's really like punishing to reward any kind of movement or any kind of quickness. And there's got to be flow. There's got to be a certain flow to Call of Duty, and that flow is changing. And for me personally, it's not to my liking. For a lot of you guys out there, it may be to your liking. You know, some of you guys like slower things, you know, like Rainbow Six Siege, for instance, you know. So, you know, I'm not going to knock on you guys for liking a different flavor of game. That's cool. But to me, that's just not Call of Duty. You know, it may have the Call of Duty stamp on it, but for me, that's not Call of Duty. So we're going to see what happens at beta, and that will be the final straw for me. And again, I don't know if I touched up on everything I wanted to touch up on. I don't script these. I was going to write everything down in terms of the topics that I wanted to talk about and things that I didn't like, but I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just rather keep it fresh, clean, and real. And that leads me to another thing that I wanted to talk about before I depart for this video. And that is that if I continue to see that the game is heading in this direction and there hasn't been much or anything at all fixed that I personally see wrong with the game, and as well as others as well, and if I don't enjoy it, I'm obviously not going to get the game. I'm not going to waste $60 of my precious money, which I don't have as much of right now, playing a game that I don't enjoy. So in terms of this channel, I know that there's only so much more of Black Ops 4, World War II, and the other games that you could stand in terms of seeing in the background. I understand it. I totally get it. It's like watching the same movie over and over and over and over again. Totally get it. And to a certain degree, I can relate. So that kind of leaves me in a directionless moment with my channel. If I decide to not get this Call of Duty because I don't enjoy it, it's very simple. I wouldn't know what to post on this channel. And I know that all you guys, the vast majority of you, are here for Call of Duty. So that leaves me with a really big question mark in terms of what do I do on my channel. I know on Twitch I got like 350-ish followers because I grinded the hell out of Infinite Warfare, and I was getting double digits. There was a point where I was getting double digits in viewers on a daily basis back when I was playing the game more and I had a lot more time to play. So, and the thing is, I know that something like that can only last so long, and at the same time, you know, sooner or later, life moves on and you move away from a game. So the thing is, I don't know what to do or where to go. So if any of you guys want to help me out with that, I will not be going into politics or religion. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But that's all I got for this one, guys. Those are my thoughts on the game so far. We will see what happens when Beta Part 2 in September 8th comes out. But so far, just not really liking it as much as I was hoping I would. But that's all I got for this one, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. This is Jack, signing off.